Oh, look what I just noticed as well. I have just found the cheapest VW T4 on Facebook Marketplace, less than £1,000, and it is the 2.5 TDI ACV engine, lovely 102 brake with the O2G gearbox. Take note of that. It's the long wheelbase panel van converted camper van, and it's a really good price, local to me. I've already spoken to the guy, seems genuine enough. I could talk about it for a long time, but they've had it for 17 years or so, so it means a lot to them, but I don't know whether we're going to save it or scrap it. So, I don't know. Did I buy a lemon? Facebook Marketplace. Let's go find out. So we are back. We've arrived home, absolutely no issues at all. So I'm surprised actually. So I did actually turn up with my toolbox and some other bits and pieces. But when I spoke to the guy, he was quite honest and he said to me that his wife broke down in it and it was the clutch concentric slave cylinder that had failed. It's quite an expensive job just to replace that. However, the dual mass flywheel was also on its way out. The clutch itself was fine. So it's only a slow leak that the concentric slave cylinder's got. So it's only very slowly leaking away. But it was absolutely fine for the 7-8 miles or whatever it was getting home. I'm just looking down at it says down there 12 miles. But yeah, there was no issues at all driving it home. The clutch held up absolutely fine. The brakes are really good. It drives really, really well. So there's a lot of play in the gear linkage, going from first to second. And then the third, I was actually leaning all the way forward. Well, yeah, I almost headbutted the camera, trying to exaggerate. Well, I'm not exaggerating. That's how bad it really was. I had to lean right forward to change gear. So it is what it is. I got it. Oh, don't knock the camera over. I got it relatively cheap for what it is. I think I got a good price for it, but then, I think I got a good price for it because all of the work that needs doing, I can do myself. So we're going to film all of it as well. There's a lot of welding to be done. We'll have a look around the outside in a minute, but first of all, we're just going to start off with the basics, with the van. So again, like I said, it's the long wheelbase. It has a camper van conversion. It's actually registered as a motor caravan, so that's an absolute bonus. It's not registered as a panel van, so you don't have to worry about your speed limits of 60 or 70 mile an hour. It's just national speed limits. It's motor caravan, absolutely fine. It come with two keys. We've got both keys here, lovely, happy days. Comes with 2 keys. We've got some silly alarm on it, but we'll be ripping that out. And apparently, because I was inquiring about getting an alarm, a lot of these companies aren't making alarms anymore. They're just working on trackers and immobilizers, which is all fair enough, but some people like the old school alarms. But yeah, I'll be ripping all of that out. There's a bit of electrical issues. The indicators were coming on and then just going click with a relay, and then that was it. This is something we're going to cover in another episode, so make sure you are subscribed to find out how we fix all of these issues. But today is just a walk around of, of what I got for my money. And when you weigh it up, right, so what I intentionally bought this van for was for the gearbox. I want the gearbox to put into my red T4. So if you don't know, I actually have a red T4, which is just there, lovely. That's Twigs T4, that's me, right? So that is my van, and I've had gearbox issues on it for quite a while now. Well, ever since I bought it, if I'm honest with you, it's always had gearbox issues. So I'm going to take the gearbox out of this, put it into that, because the prices I was looking for gearboxes, £1,000 is just a little bit steep. And then you go on to Facebook and eBay and all the rest of it, and some of the pricing was absolutely stupid. The cheaper gearboxes, which were like 350 quid, people were like, oh, I don't know if it works or not. But then you got to drive half the country to go collect it anyway. So I just wasn't feeling that. This popped up, which actually Craig at work, our painter, he found it and sent me the link. Went here you go, mate. I've messaged the guy as well, and he still got it. I was like, oh, sound. So that's when I messaged him. Yeah, and we got ourselves an absolute bargain. Right, so let's go through what we've got with this van. Right, so we got a double seat in the front. We got a single seat for the driver's seat. In the back, we have the old style rib rock and roll bed. There's some wooden cabinets there. All the electrics, fridge, all of that kind of stuff, cooker, all of that's gone. They've taken all of that out for their other van, which is fair enough. As you can see right there, which I'm just looking at, there's a DVD player. It's got a sunlight, a sky roof, and I think there's another one at the back. I haven't even got into the back yet. It's just I've just been looking through, and wow, I say I've been looking through. I haven't really looked around it too much. There is a few things that I want to do if I'm going to keep this, because the option is to take the gearbox out of this, put it into my red T4. Now, the issue with the red T4 is it doesn't like going into reverse, so I might strip that down myself and have a look and see if we can get some bits. I know there's a geezer on Facebook. Everyone talks about him, Ian Peck, for doing your gearboxes. So if he sees this, gives a message or something, and maybe we can do something together. You come down. I don't know. I have no idea, but that's another option. That way I can just keep the T4, the red T4 on, just keep it going and not have to worry about it too much. Yes, I could have taken the gearbox out of that and had it done and all the rest of it, but I want my T4 like going all the time. Even though I don't use it every day, I just like the fact that I can just jump in it at any moment and it works and I can drive, because my T4 isn't my daily. I actually daily my Mark IV Golf, my VR6 4Motion, just plugging that because that is a fantastic car. Absolutely love that. But we're not talking about that today. We are here for the T4. This is the bed that I actually wanted, was a rib rock and roll bed, but this one's seen better days. Bit of vinyl on the sides. Lovely old cabinet. Look at that. Oh, ooh. Okay, vibration. Right. Got a little cabinet here, little wooden cabinet. Look at that, mate. That's all their electrics were. Yeah, self-built, isn't it? Happy days. Any issues? I think if we do actually do a sell it, that is an option, a possibility. I'll let you know how much everything is. We'll come to the pricing of everything, and then we'll get all the work done. I'd like to get the ball joints done. I'd like to get the brakes done. I'd like to service it. I'd like to do the timing belt. I'd like to do everything on it, absolutely everything, so that I know it's pucker and then sell it. But I won't be doing the conversion on the inside. But yeah, so what I would do, I would take everything out. I mean, these are all, you can see these here, rivets. These panels have all been riveted on, so we can drill all of them off, take all of that off. All the holes that aren't supposed to be here, again, there's holes up here that aren't supposed to be here. We can weld all of them up. Anything that's not supposed to be there, there's loads of holes that I can see. We can get all of that welded up, and we just blow it all in, tidy it all up. I'm not going to carpet line anything. We're just going to have it as a plain, complete plain white van. I'm not going to do anything with the roof, because there's that option and possibilities that, one of you guys may want a pop top put in it. So I don't see the point of me carpeting all of this and doing a fantastic job if someone else is going to rip it all out just for pop top. Oh, it's got a oh, okay. Oh, I don't like that. That's gonna have to come out. It's a fan. I'll show you all of this in a minute. But it's got an old yeah, DVD player. Obviously that's all gonna get ripped out. All the electrics that shouldn't be in it, everything's getting ripped out. It's got a skylight. Does it work? It does work. Oh, that's good. I wonder if I can get out through that. That's funny. I feel like a submarine. That's where the electrics were. Some old wood. They obviously done the conversion themselves. Not a bad conversion. Obviously the gas bottle must have been kept there. Fridge here, sink or whatever. Little drain hole. I mean, all things like this, I don't know, probably end up getting ripped out and welded up. I'm not sure. It all depends on what other people want. But if I have it all completely go back to OEM with a complete plain van, everyone knows it's nice and clean, it's solid, and they can go from there. I mean, things like this rock and roll bed. Now, the funny thing is I always wanted one of these rib rock and roll beds, but not this one. Oh, right. Oh, that slides forward. Oh. Well, I'm not worried. I know how it works. If anyone wants this, very nice, very good, very cheap. Yeah, make us an offer and you can have it. Inbox me, Instagram, whatever. DM me. Oh, look what I just noticed. There's a hole there, and by the looks of it, the shape of it, look, can you see, if I go from above, the little notches, what does that look like it was for? Go on then, comments down below, who knows what it was for? That was that. The seat belt for this was actually mounted to the body, and then this was actually strapped across to the belts, which I do believe are still connected to the bed. They are, yes, the seat belts down there are connected to the bed. Where's the other seat belt then? I'm not sure. Don't know. I have to rip all of that out. Oh, look at that. Quality, mate. Little 12 volt man. I mean, it all works, doesn't it? Little 12 volt fan, just circulating the air. Window tints, bit bubbly. We'll rip them off, get the old stickers off. There's a UK sticker over a GB badge. That can all be taken off and cleaned up. But they did say they had travelled all over Europe, and yeah, it'd been everywhere, this vehicle. So I guess everywhere they went, they got a sticker. It would be a shame to get rid of them. There are, yeah, they can stay, can't they? Don't see why not. Oh, look what I just noticed as well. We've actually got Brooklands books, which is really good. This is a really good book. If you're ever going to get a book for your T4, search for these ones. Really good. A little bit more in depth for the engine build inside compared to your normal general maintenance on your Haynes. I mean, having both books, that and your Haynes, you're onto a winner, mate. Well, because I don't have a mic, I'm going to keep you inside the vehicle because it's probably picking up less of the outside noise because it's quite noisy around here at the moment. Another vehicle, lovely. So before I wrap up the video, you're going to want to know how much I've paid for this. I have actually just off camera gone around and done a list of all the things that need to be done. You know, I've even included things like the steering wheel needs to be either replaced or recovered, everything, right? So the list is, I think I've got like nearly 30 items on there of a list of jobs. So this would become a full restoration job to do this, and I think a full resto job on something like this, I think with paint job and everything else, it's going to cost a lot of money. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to keep track of everything that it costs. We'll get ourselves a little whiteboard, we'll put it up somewhere, and we'll go through it, and we'll just keep a list of everything. So, and that brings me on to how much I actually paid for this. Well, it was listed in the ad for 650. Originally it was 750. He brought it down to 650. I had a chat with him, and I didn't want to be cheeky, but also at the same time I said, what was the lowest you'll take? And he said, well, to take it now, like 600, make it around 600. And I was like, yeah, around 600, yeah, that sounds £600. So I turned up and deal was done. He said, do you want to have a look around? Do you want to do it? I was like, no, we'll just take it, mate. I'm happy with it, because I know it's a good price, especially if you're going to break it. Now, this is where the dilemma is, because I could quite easily restore this. There's a lot of work to do on it, don't get me wrong. There is a lot involved, and we'll cover all of these stages when we get to it, if I do the work. But I mean, it's like the welding. It looks like there's only a few patches. Don't be deceived, it's going to be really bad. There's a lot to get on with. I'm not sure which way we're going to do it. I think also the route I will take will depend on how well this video does. So if this video actually does really well, then I will restore this bus to a showroom finish. We'll get it looking mint, and I mean we will get this mint. Maybe not the engine bay. I'm not taking all the engine out and cleaning everything and having all that painted, but the rest of the van, everything is going to be spot on this. It's going to be good. Obviously, depending on this video. Thumbs up if you want to see that, and comment and share it and all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, we'll see if we can get this done, and then I'll put it up for sale if we restore it. So it's going to be a big commitment doing this. Late nights, long weekends. I don't know. Let me know what you reckon. I'm going to need motivation.